welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another dun dun anime review. And today we're doing the anime review on Sirius the Jaeger. And today it is more this series that I love when I first watched it. I mean, it came out in 2018, but it kind of was like on the anime scene like 2019 or 20-ish. But it's really good. It only has like 12 episodes. And I really love it. You gotta think it's like placed in like the 1930s-ish, so kind of like the beginning of Tokyo, but it's kind of like of the rise of Tokyo. But it's also invaded by these actually that is actually a vampire. Honestly, surprising, right? And I think as the series continued, it subjects to the number of victims continue to rise. The city authorities decided to hire the Jaegers, as what he is called, hence the title, a strange division of individuals who track by the VS shipping company to hunt down vampires, these things right here around the world. And they carry these musical instruments that disguise their identity as what they actually do for a job. And the Jaeger sees from his glowing eyes here, they battle these vampires with the same merciless demonstration by their foe. And this is Yuli, the Jaeger's most skilled warrior, who is the sole survivor of a vampire raid on his home village. Upon using strength granted by his world of blood, he worked with the team to assist Tokyo law enforcement, again, in the 1930s, so they can't really do much with the limited supply that they have, to help with their little small vampire problem. And under the pretense of helping the police, the Jaeger are actually fighting the vampires over the mystical art of Sirius. Sirius Black. No, I'll stop. With the power to change the world and the fate, Yuli and his friends must locate the artifact before the vampires can use it for their own destructive goals. Now, you gotta be thinking, what is the other lovely, wonderful cast of this anime? Well, I'm about to introduce you. This is Yuli. That is Malachi. This is Dorothea. This is Philippe. This is Wildo. This is Falcon. And these are the other vampires that will, kind of stop their plans. It is action. It is historical because it is set in the 1930s, which I really like about it. It is supernatural and also vampires, because why not? Each episode is 23 minutes per episode. It is rated R and for mature, because there's a lot of violence and profanity, so there's a lot of that. This is, well, I won't say who that is because I don't want to give anything away. But overall, the graphics were very nice. Like, come on, think about it. You're fighting vampires, quote unquote, with like things that look like a musical instrument. It looks like a violin bow-esque type deal. And I think it should have got a much higher rating than what was given on the anime list. It was given a 7.13. I'll give it like 7.8 because honestly, I love it. Like, who doesn't love like a good vampire anime that is set in the 1930s? Like, I know there's not a lot of series of vampires anime that are set in the 1930s. Some of them are kind of set in modern time, or some of them are set like in medieval ages, like with Castlevania or Dracula or Hellsing per se. But honestly, although it is a vampire thriller, it was quite popular in the Western cultures, I think, and also it is the mainstream genre in the anime norm in itself. And the whole, it kind of reminds you of Hellsing and then Orpheus No Cipher, and like all the other folktales that come along with vampire lore. It comes an interesting way to do depicting the vampires, and like you add people who have supernatural ability, like the Jaegers, to bring something new to the table. The story was great. The plot was very plot driven and story driven. The animation was great. The fight scenes were fantastic, and all the characters were like all fleshed out. Especially the main character Yuri, you get more of his backstory than any other characters. Overall, some of them are really interesting. Like, some of them you don't really get to know. Like, you don't get to know like some of their backstory. You mainly focus on his backstory and this guy in the white hair fact on his backstory as well. But I think it's fine though. Given the 12 episodes that they've had, I think they did a good job. Visually with the arts and sound, the art kind of reminds me of Bungo Stray Dogs, if you ever seen that one. I think the choreography was very well. The animation was very fluid. There wasn't any like misstep at all in the fight scenes in general. The voice acting was spot on. I think the people who voiced them were very nice, and the choreography for each fight scene was done very well. The art director, I feel like, could lean more towards Gundam or Cowboy Bebop. That's just a sound preference, I think, if I'm hearing the piece that was composed in here. Overall, I think this was a really good series. I wish there was another season to it. It kind of reminds you of like Housing or Vampire Hunter D. I think the first thing cool, like they have a good comedy here and there. For this sort of tone, like serious anime is, especially since it is based on the 1930s, they did a really good job with nailing like the time period, honestly. And I really wish one in another season, honestly. But you know, one season, 12 episodes, I think is enough for this anime, which I think they did a really good job with completing the series. I think they did it really well, and I gave it a 10 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Plus, having a very like other minorities in the manga, I think that's very important to very like, different cultures in the anime, which I think is very important because you know you normally see like the standard models what they consider like what American. I can appreciate like the African American like culture in her. I'm not sure if Dorothea is actually African American, but she just looks cool. You know, I mean her character could be based on that. It doesn't really say what her ethnicity is, but I just know she's a firearm, which is pretty cool. So check out this anime of Sirius the Jaeger. Dang it, I hate when it does that to me. I'm getting right into the nitty gritty of it. But go check it out. Comment down below what you think of it. If you've ever seen this anime as a whole, let me know what you think of it. If you have seen it, this is in English dub, so for this anime, I prefer you watching in sub. But if you want to watch it in dub because it might be appear more funnier in certain scenes, go right ahead. I am not stopping. Just comment down below which Jaeger was your favorite, and also what do you think of the series as a whole? Do you think there's some aspects that could have added on more? Do you think these other sporting casts should have had their backstory be told as well, or not? Or you think it was okay to focus on these two people and Yuri? Specifically in the anime itself. But until then, I'll see you next time for another dun dun anime review, and I'll see you next time. Until then, thank you for tuning in. Have a nice night, and oh, also, just happy Easter. Bye.